thank you all for 550 subscribers. And to celebrate this milestone, I'm going to be trimming my entire carnivorous plant collection, including these very messy Sarracenias over here. So let's go right into the video. But before I start, I just want to say this is another GoPro video, so if something I'm talking about isn't in frame, I'm sorry about that, because I'm still not a professional at using this and getting the right angles and stuff. But yeah, so I guess we'll start off with some of the smaller Nepenthes. I'll get my bucket here. This is what I'm going to be putting the dead stuff in. So I think we'll just start off with some of these dead leaves. So I'll also be giving some plant updates while filming this video. And one of those is my new Hamartochros Burbigiae is doing quite well. This one that I'm just trimming now, it's got a new leaf, and the one next to it has a new picture, which I'll show you when this leaf finally comes off. There we go. So this one has a new picture right here. Not sure if you can see that, but it's pretty nice. Some of these smaller plants might be a bit frustrating because my snips aren't that sharp anymore, but we'll pull through it. And I'm sorry for not posting many videos of my plant collection for a while. This is the main one I've been sort of preparing myself for over the last few weeks. It is going to be a long video, well, at least I think it is. Maybe I'll edit some out if I make any mistakes with what I'm saying. So that might play a part in shortening the video. So if you see anything weird where I've cut out a bit, that's probably why. So that Stenophylla's done. I've had to rip out one of the plants in there. There were actually two. Jamban, some of the pictures have died off, but not really concerned about that because the plants are doing fine. So I'm just going to say again, hopefully you can see what I'm doing, because this GoPro, I've filmed stuff before that I haven't actually posted because the whole video, the GoPro was like pointed too far up and you couldn't see anything that I was doing at all. So hopefully that's not the case, and hopefully it's not pointed down so you're only seeing my hoodie, but I don't think that'll happen. Because before I do these GoPro videos, I actually test it a couple times. I do my intro first and then look back and see how the footage is. So I do kind of know what I'm doing, but not really. Yeah, so what was I saying about the spiders? Oh yeah, so sorry I've been posting a lot of videos about the spiders recently. I just have, yeah, so I haven't really talked about my spider collection on any sort of social platform. Well, on Instagram I have, but not on YouTube. So I just thought it'd be interesting to post some stuff about them, just mix it up a little bit. So I think what I'll do in the future is I'll do 2 spider videos and then I'll do a plant video in winter, because the plants are growing much slower in winter, as you can probably tell because I haven't been filming any update videos, and there isn't really much to showcase because a lot of the growth dies off, as you can probably tell by this video. So I'm just going to go around the side, check some of these. As far as I can see, that section's done. So I'll move on to over here. There's a picture back behind there that I'll cut off, if I can reach it. There we go. That's the one that I cut in half to test that experiment. And it actually went pretty well, but it doesn't look very nice, as you probably can tell. A couple dead leaves on my Ventricosa truncata. So I might have to take cuttings of this plant because, not sure if you can see, but the leaves are actually bending because of the pitcher's weight. So that's pretty weird, but it is what it is. So there's a dead pitcher on my Roko in the middle. I'm just trying to do a bit of overkill because I won't really be able to get in here that often anymore, because I'm really busy with school stuff. Hopefully you can see up there, I'm tilting my head way back. There's a dead leaf and another dead leaf, which I'm going to cut them both off. Don't want to cut the stem. Geez, that's really awkward to get to. Got him, okay. And I'll just cut that one off. It's getting a bit yellow. Okay, so I think, oh no, it's not. This massive picture has finally died off. So, snip. And hopefully that'll be one of the most replayed parts in the video, because that was a massive picture from the Exotica Plants unboxing video, and that got something like 3,000 views, which was pretty cool. But that picture's gone now. There is still another one around the back and a new one that's forming. So down here on my Ventricosa cross Sibunensis, all the pictures have started dying off, but I'm gonna leave one of them because it doesn't look very good with no pictures. I'm just gonna take the lid off for that one, because as you can see, that's the only part that's dead. So there we go. This one's got a dead lid as well. I'm just gonna cut that lid off because it doesn't look very nice. But that picture's still fine. I'd normally cut that off if the plant had any more pictures. Okay, so hopefully you're not just seeing my feet in this shot, because I'm cutting a lot of dead growth off my Casiana, which was put on the other side of the table for absolutely no reason, and it got decimated by the sun. So if you can see this, this is what a burnt Nepenthes looks like. Can you see that orangish coloration? So if your Nepenthes is looking like this, take it out of the sun, which is what I did. I wasn't really fast enough because all of the pictures died off, but yeah, that's all I'm going to cut off, maybe a little bit off that leaf. And it's looking somewhat nice again. So that's what's in my bucket so far. It'll get almost full to the brim by the end of this video, I think. So this Rebecca Soper's got tons of dead pictures, and the one next to it. So all these are going to come off. Here's the other one. All these dead ones. I have got a few comments asking do you cut your pictures off when they turn brown and crispy? And you can probably tell by this video, yes. So this is a perfect example. Like, it'll be halfway down and you'll think, do I cut it off yet or not? You could just go like this and cut the top half off, which is what some people do, and leave it like that until it completely dies off. But I don't really like the look of half pictures, so I just cut the entire thing off because it's going to die out anyway. It doesn't really matter. You can see that new picture on my Maxima cross Trismardiensis is looking very nice. And there's a new one around the back here on my Veitchii cosperbigiae that hasn't popped open yet. Probably can't see that, it's too far in. My Allardii has a dead leaf and a dead picture, 2 dead pictures. This plant used to do really well, but it's in sort of a small growth phase right now, and it's not looking very nice. So yeah, I'm just going to clean it up a bit as we move around here. There's one on my Maxima Trismardiensis that I mentioned before, and there's tons of them on my red leopard, which I'm going to have to cut off. Not looking forward to that. Look at this massive one, jeez. Sad I didn't get a photo of that when it was still alive, but oh my gosh, that one got squished by the trellis. Geez, that's not good. Oh well. Can't really catch bugs anymore. And sorry if you hear me coughing in this video. I can feel it coming up. But I've got a cough. I just started recently, and there's no real cause. I did a couple tests and there was nothing, so you don't have to be worried about me. So, yeah, this Thorellii that I'm just cutting now, this plant has always kind of struggled, kind of growed for me, and it's just not really doing that well now, especially since it toppled over in that video where I fix up my plants after the rain. So yeah, and just things you can put in the comments, just suggestions. So what are your thoughts on the spider videos? Do you enjoy, like, well, for people that used to watch my plant videos and still do, what do you think of the spider videos? And people that watch my spider videos, what do you think about the plant videos? Because I think it's just interesting to see what people from different communities think. So, I don't know. And also something with the spiders. Do you think I should get more huntsman spiders for the people that are spider fans? Or do you think I should stick to getting more tarantulas? Because, I don't know, the huntsmans, which I used to have, were more interesting to keep, really. Well, the tarantulas are more interesting, but the huntsmen are more active, you can handle them and such, but what do you think? And some of these plants on the sunny side, this one's gone, that one's almost gone, these just aren't doing well at all, probably because of their sunny position. There's a big flower I've just cut off, but can't really do anything about it because don't really have much room to, sorry about that, but I don't really have much room to put them elsewhere, apart from hanging them in the tree, but I've sort of taken up all the spots there as well. There's a couple more dead pitches, but I think I've got most of them, which is surprising in this short period of time. There's probably more hiding in the middle, but I'm not going to try to find them. So I'll move on to the tree before I look into the maze of Sarracenias. So over there, I was just over there, but I'm going to go back. Any dead growth? Yep. I'm just going to cut that off. There's a bit more there, but I'm not going to bother. I'll just do that another time. Huge dead leaf on my maxima. There we go. And let's move on to the main plant section in the tree. Okay. Ventricosicos jacquelinea is doing slightly better now. Maybe because it's the cooler temperatures, but maybe. I'm hoping that because then they'll grow better in winter, which would be surprising. Something just fell. What was that? Oh, just one of those dead leaves from autumn. Americans will think, what's autumn? But they call it fall. I think autumn's a better word for it. Sounds more fancy. Okay. Some of these dead leaves, you'll see I'll miss them, but can't really get to them, and I just want to get through this as fast as possible because, as I said before, I'm quite busy with school things. So, yeah. And some of these plants I'm just going to be taking down like this because they're too hard to reach. And if you're wondering what I'm going to do with the Sarracenias, I'm not just going to go through and gently pick off the dead ones while I keep the living ones there. I'm just going to mow through and cut everything off, except for if there's new growth, but everything is going to go off for those Sarracenias. So you'll see that coming up in the video. Yeah, these snips, I'm going to need to get new ones, or at least clean these off, because they're so rusty, they're not even sharp anymore, so it's about time, but I'll do it I'll do it another time. That's a signature sentence of mine. There's a couple on my road code that I can't reach, so I'm not going to bother with them. A couple in there. Okay, so these are fine. There's some dead pitches, but I'm not going to reach in there and get them. So, I can move on to the Sarracenias. So with these ones that are only have a few pitches, I'm going to go through and get them, but others I'm just going to mow through, as I said before. I don't really like these as much as the Nepenthes because they put up pitches only for a short amount of time and then they just die off for the rest of the year. But well, when they come up in spring, here's one I'm going to mow through. When they come up in spring, sorry for the plane going up overhead, but when they come through in spring, I actually like them more than the Nepenthes, but in winter they just look like a pot of sundews and moss and a couple dead leaves, so they don't look very nice in the winter, but yeah. So I'm just going through here cutting off any growth. Doesn't matter if it's dead or kind of relatively new, but oh well. It's all gonna get cut off eventually. You can see one leaf made it through, but that's living, so it's fine. So this is basically what all of my plants are gonna look like in the near future. By the end of this video, I should say. So that leaf survived and it's living, so I'm gonna let it survive. But these aren't. So I'm gonna get them off. Oh, that's actually a division. Should I take that off and plant it? I'll save that for another video. These I'm also gonna mow through, even though they're not that bushy, but it's just easier to cut them once than 5,000 times. So there you go, that's one of them done. Second one, just gonna grab a handful of that growth and snip it. Oh my gosh. Bucket's already full, I'm having to compress it now. Third one is a-okay. I'm gonna let that one slide because it's new. And last one, done. Okay, so it's gonna look quite empty after this, but they'll grow some non-carnivorous leaves. So that's basically what it's gonna look like for the rest of this. Oh, this bog's gonna be a nightmare. What am I gonna do with that fern? Oh my gosh, it's massive. I'm just gonna cut those leaves off right to the bottom. Hopefully it'll die. I've got to get some fern poison that won't kill my plants. I don't know how or what or why, but, well, I do know why, but don't know any of the other WHs. Sorry if I'm just rambling on and on, trying to find interesting things to say while you watch this really long video. So again, I'm just going to go and cut everything off. It's better than just going individually, as I said. Oh, come on. Ugh. Okay. Oh, this is gonna look not that good, but it's what you have to do. If you've watched the Sarracenia Northwest video, this is their recommended method. So I'm just gonna follow what other people say. I'm not gonna make up my own rubbish. It's just easier. Okay, and some of this dead growth I can just pull out like that. Well, I'm not going to do that for all of it, but it is quite fun to just pick it out. This scarlet bell is quite annoying when it comes to trimming it. It is what it is though. Second time I've said that in this video. So as far as I'm going to go, I'm just going to rip out these dead sundews. Heat killed those, as well as many of my other Sarracenias and sundews. So those are gone. And my bog is not looking very nice anymore. Oh well. Just gonna cut that fern and remove that weed. Then we'll be done after I get that final fern out. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna do for this bog. So yeah. Oh my gosh, look at my bucket now. Oh. Okay, there's 2 dead pitchers that are really annoying me. Okay, that's all. Not gonna touch that bog anymore. Now for the next one. This one's got some grassweed in it, and I'm gonna try to remove. Oh, dang it. I can never seem to get this one out. Oh, look, it's holding the entire pot. So frustrating. But again, I'm just gonna mow through, cut it off, as well as the Sarracenia pitchers that aren't dead, because these Purpurea hybrids can last a bit longer than the others. That pitcher's got a fringe of deadness on it, so I'm going to cut it off. I'm also going to cut these flowers off. All of these dead stalks will have to go. Okay. So that's about done. I'm just going to go through and get that rest of the grass weed. Okay, managed to pull that last bit out, which was good. And this, I'm just going to go through, cut some of the edges, because I can probably just pull them out if they've died off right to the bottom. And one of my biggest problems with Sarracenia, why I don't have more of them, is they just rot in the winter time. So when I post my next video about Sarracenias, some of these may be just gone. Like, they can just die so suddenly and for seemingly no reason, but there always is like a dumb reason, like you add too much peat moss in the soil or whatever. But oh well. These ones I'm going to mow through, so I'm just going to get those, cut them, cut. There's also some bullgrass in here, which I'm going to take out. It's in my other bogs, but I don't really care about it as much in there as I do here. Those stakes I'm going to take out for now. Okay, so I think that's about all. Just get that weed. So, as you can see, my bucket is very full right now. It's got some weeds, Sarracenias, ferns, sundews, all sorts of stuff. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.